Only earning back half of its $200 million budget 3 weeks after its March 1st release, this grand fantasy adventure based on the classic fairy tale is the latest from director Bryan Singer. Opening with a weird, unfinished-looking CGI sequence that delivers the verbose but familiar backstory, two young children have the classic folktale read aloud to them before bed in a nicely cross-edited scene. Coming off the heels of Warm Bodies, Nicholas Hoult stars as the title character, an innocent farm boy who becomes suddenly involved with a massive beanstalk that opens up a vertical passageway to the land of the evil giants above. Simultaneously, he becomes romantically involved with Eleanor Tomlinson, the beautiful but courageous princess eager to avoid an arranged marriage to the overtly dastardly Stanley Tucci, who schemes to use a magic crown to control the now accessible giants. Ewan McGregor is mostly wasted in a simplistic sidekick role, but it's hard to complain when the Scotsman picks up a sword and humorously moans he has a bad feeling about this. Ian McShane is regal and steadfast as the king not afraid to get his hands dirty, and lastly, Bill Nighy is featured as the voice of a demented two-headed giant. Given the wildly exotic locations and surreal characters they encounter, all of the performances are believable. It's just unfortunate most of the material they're working with is so bland. The script never takes any chances, feeling instead like a watered-down Lord of the Rings, even if the huge climactic battle sequence is supremely entertaining and skillfully executed. Thankfully, the chemistry between Hoult and Tomlinson masks many of these faults. They're a charming couple in extraordinary circumstances you're rooting for the entire way. Meanwhile, Tucci is terrific as the villain, but beyond a vague quest for power, his motivations for betraying all of mankind are poorly explained. Existing only as fodder for Jack to topple over, the giants themselves lack any depth or purpose, and none of them are truly menacing. But we do get to hear one of them belt out half of that famous English rhyme.
I'm not afraid, just not wildly keen.
Foe and foul, like mankind, serve well done. Fallon likes them.
Don't worry, I'll get you out. I had this, Jack. I took my eye off the ball just for a moment, but I had this. Ow, careful. Take this. Got it.
Tasty treats, them's good eats.
Decently paced, this film is action-packed, like a sequence where hundreds of giants use tipped-over beanstalks as a means to rappel to the surface. Backed by a generic but heroic-sounding score from John Ottman, the environments in this 114-minute picture are lush and intriguing, which is why it's a shame so little of the space is properly explored or utilized. Confusingly not named after the famous bedtime story it's based upon, this PG-13 romp isn't groundbreaking, but it does everything with enough competence to keep you interested, even on multiple viewings. Jack the Giant Slayer. Big action, formulaically tepid script. Now let's hear what you had to say about this film from the YouTube comments. Jack the Giant Slayer on the Rate-O-Matic, a 6 and a 7. Unconvinced by the computer effects or bland story, but still entertained with its decent adaptation, you thought this picture was good. While I was never blown away by anything, this is simple, lean-back escapism with attractive leads, cool visuals, and exciting battle scenes. I thought it was cool.